Good afternoon, mailpluses. I hope you're having a nice week so far. I'm here to help make it just a little bit more exciting with some captivating questions and fascinating facts. I'm your host, Melissa Hartzell, and to familiar players and new ones alike, welcome to today's mailplus Trivia Live, where every weekday we're giving you the chance to win up to £1,000. General knowledge whizzes are at an advantage because your only aim is to answer all 10 questions correctly in a row. It only takes a few minutes to answer these 10 questions right, and you could be the winner of a cash prize. If you've forgotten the rules, or if this is your first time playing, let me remind you. It's 10 multiple choice questions from a variety of different genres. 10 seconds to answer each one, and if you answer all 10 correctly, you win a share of that £1,000. Just yesterday, we had 4 winners who shared the pot, and last week we had 2 who earned themselves a swift £500 each. So it really could be you this time, if you're feeling particularly sharp. Just to warn you all, when you tap the answer, there's no changing your choice. 10 seconds really does go by in a heartbeat, so you have to be quick when answering. If you happen to miss question 1, your chances of winning any cash will be over, so please try not to be late because we want you to be in with a chance. If you get one wrong along the way, you'll be out of the running for the money, but you're welcome to join us for the rest of the quiz. There's some interesting questions, so you'll pick up some great facts along the way. Curiosity only killed the cat, it's rewarded here. So I won't keep you waiting any longer. Let's get straight to it with question number 1. The popular image of Father Christmas is based on traditions associated with which saint? Saint Valentine, Saint Sylvester, Saint Nicholas. His feast day is December the 6th. He was named patron saint of children after a widespread tale about him saving 3 young girls from a life of labour by giving their indebted father 3 bags of gold. It's Saint Nicholas. It's said that the stories of Saint Nicholas, over time and various storytelling, began to mould into those of the Norse gods, who had great white beards and superpowers like flight, until finally we got the Father Christmas that we know and love today. Here's question 2. Which of these bands did not have a drummer named Roger Taylor? Queen, Spandau Ballet, or Duran Duran? That could either be the same drummer who played for 2 bands, or 2 drummers with the same name. I'm giving you no clues. But I can reveal the answer is Spandau Ballet, whose drummer is called John Keeble. Spandau Ballet was a slang term used in the First World War by troops, referring to the devastating effects the German Spandau machine gun had on its victims. A friend of the band saw the phrase Spandau Ballet written on the wall in a public lavatory and a nightclub in Berlin and suggested it. So let's check in with you to see how you're doing in the early stages. 80% of you are big music fans and getting that right. Well done to you. And well done to Lily Snan, Fiona, Bernadette and Larry 3. Let's see if you can keep it up with question number 3. Which Swiss city stands on the River Rhine where the French, German and Swiss borders meet? Basel, Zurich or Geneva? Due to a chemical spill caused by a fire in 1986, the river turned almost entirely red. The fire originated upstream from the city, Basel, which sits on the borders of all 3 countries. And not only is this little city famous for leading the whole world's pharmaceutical engineering, it's also the birthplace of 8-time Wimbledon champion Roger Federer. So well done to Michael 5, Sheila 0 and Larry 3. You've stayed with us with that one. And while we're on the topic of tennis, let's strike while the iron is hot. Here's another one for tennis fans. It's question 4. Which of these tennis players has won all 4 Grand Slams in the same calendar year? Steffi Graf, Serena Williams, or Martina Navratilova? The first Wimbledon championships only included men's singles. Ladies' singles and men's double events were added 7 years later in 1884. And the first ever ladies' singles final was between 2 sisters. The winner was awarded a silver flower basket, and the runner-up receiving a silver-backed hairbrush, Although Serena Williams holds the ladies' record for the most aces of all time with 102, it is Steffi Graf who has won all 4 Grand Slams in 1 year. It was also the same year she won the Olympic gold at Seoul too, which is referred to as the Golden Slam. A mighty feat. Well done to 459 of you got that right. However, we did have quite a few of you knocking out, with 800 choosing Serena Williams and 306 of you choosing Martina Navratilova. That was a hard one. Well, we're almost at the halfway mark, so let's carry on with question 5. a-ha had a UK #1 hit single with which song? The Living Daylights, Take On Me, or The Sun Always Shines on TV? When Morten Harket was asked about the rather unique name a-ha, he said, "When you hear hooves, think horses, not zebras." Simply put, he wanted a name that was both simple and appeared in almost every dictionary of any language. Take On Me might be their best-known song nowadays, but it was actually The Sun Always Shines on TV that was a UK #1. Take On Me not really catching on until its 3rd release, along with the animated video. The Living Daylights was the theme song for the Bond movie with the same name, starring Timothy Dalton. So we have 148 of you nailing that one. Well done to you. Let's see how you do in the second half. On to question 6. What name is given to the blue and white stoneware introduced by Josiah Wedgwood in 1775? Mintonware, Jasperware, or Willow Pattern? The Stoke-on-Trent-born potter, Josiah Wedgwood, overcame smallpox in his youth and later had his right leg amputated, meaning he couldn't even use a potter's wheel despite being the most famous potter in history. And Jasperware is the design of blue stoneware with applied white relief, and the exact formula for this Wedgwood pottery remains confidential. He drew design inspiration from the classical art found in Herculaneum and Pompeii excavations, inscribing it onto his many pots. So let's see how many of you did well on that one. 117 of you getting that one right, and moving on to the final 4 questions. We have Kobe, Delco, Mattias 1 and Cool. Well done to you. You clearly know your pottery. Let's see what else we have in store for you with question number 7. What first of its kind business was the Piggly Wiggly, which opened in Memphis in 1916? Self-service store, fast food restaurant, or launderette? The name Piggly Wiggly was intentionally a strange choice to get people talking about it. At the time of its founding, a customer would give a list of items to an employee who would then go through the shop and do their shopping for them. It was the first store to allow self-service, meaning shoppers for the first time could browse and shop for themselves. The losses the supermarket would risk due to potential shoplifting worked out less than their losses of having to hire employees to do the customers' shopping for them. So we've only got 3 more questions to go. Will you make it to our final question today? Here's question 8. What was Robert Crawley from Downton Abbey known as when he was a child? Baronet Downton, Viscount Downton, or Marquis Downton? It is the most successful British costume drama series since the 1981 television series Brideshead Revisited with Jeremy Irons. Apparently, the costumes are genuine clothing from the 1920s and are so fragile that they can't be washed, and therefore put the actors to a real test by not smelling particularly good. Robert Crawley was known as Viscount Downton when he was young. Someone else who could have got that question right, apparently, is the Queen herself. She is reportedly such a fan of the show that she's even spotted errors in it, noting a World War I soldier was wearing medals awarded in World War II. Quite a keen eye she must have. So just 2 more to go, and 60 players moving on to our penultimate question number 9. Here we go. Which of these singers was never on the Morecambe and Wise show? Lulu, Sandy Shaw, or Dusty Springfield? The slapstick comedy duo once jokingly toyed with the idea of performing Shakespeare plays such as Hamlet, noting that Laurence Olivier charged £3 a seat for the same play every night and they don't even get any laughs. It was Sandy Shaw who never performed on their show. Sandy, who was famous for performing barefoot, said she did so because she had such big feet that she was never able to find a pair of shoes that fit, and when singing, she needed to relax. Her ex-husband once said that when God was making her, he stopped at the ankle on another duty and got an intern to take his place. That explains why he's an ex-husband, I think. So we're racing through and we're already on to our final cash-winning question, and 42 of you getting past question 9. So we have Mystic 18, Matty Ice 1, Keck and Coventry. You've come this far. Let's see if you've got what it takes to go all the way. Here's question 10. What was Lord Byron's grandfather known as? Foul-weather Jack, Mad Jack, or Wicked Lord Byron? Lord Byron was a huge animal lover, and while studying at Cambridge, he was denied permission to keep a bulldog in his dormitory. So he bought a huge bear instead. His grandfather earned the nickname Foul-weather Jack in the press because of his frequent encounters with bad weather at sea, being an officer in the Navy. And although he was a great inspiration for his grandson, Lord Byron's poetry, they never even had a chance to meet. So today we have 6 winners. Congratulations to the 6 of you who smashed it out of the park. That was a hard one. Some well-deserved cash is coming your way. Congratulations to J Turner 098, GN Giel, Smelquag, Greta, Ekparasis and Terry22. You answered all 10 questions correctly. Now that's impressive. Why not try for 20 in a row tomorrow? If you're leaving without anything, you're welcome to as many goes as you want this week. So please do return to see what the next set of questions have in store for you. You could even challenge a friend, get a wager on, and go head to head to add an element of competition. And I'd just like to take this opportunity to mention an offer we've got running at the moment. We're giving away a £5 Marks & Spencer's voucher with every new subscription to the mailplus digital edition, which is currently just £1 for the first 30-day trial. So if some daily interactive crosswords, Sudoku and cooking video tutorials is what you're in the market for, check out our website for more information. Thanks again for joining me, and we'll see you all tomorrow for another chance to win £1,000 on Mail Plus Trivia Live. Have a great afternoon.